Hey, YouTube, we are back with episode 6 of our SFO Grimhammer modded playthrough of Total Warhammer 2, playing as the Golden Order led by none other than Balthasar Gelt. So we left off here with this fight at Karak Asgaraz, and I think I have a plan based off of what I'm seeing for the terrain. It's pretty open in the center. I think I have an idea of how I'm going to play this one out. I think I'm going to use the same boxy formation that I used in the previous episode to box in the kind of protect our artillery as much as possible. But what we're going to do is, let's see, I'm going to try to move it over a lot so that they're focused more over here, because I'm going to hide my Outriders just like I did before, but I'm going to hide them over here. Just because last time when I hid them here, they have a lot of units, so they have the potential to spread out and like spread through those trees, and that's going to get them found, and I really don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and set up our mortars like that, and set up our archers, our crossbowmen, in that same sort of really boxy formation. Like that. A bit too far.
Ready, General! Ready for war!
Like that or so, and then get those a little bit further forward. Oh, a little bit too far. So that'll give them some room to maneuver around a little bit. Then we'll set up our Free Company militia as kind of like the next line of defense in case they crash through the front. And that'll also allow them to fire at whatever's coming. More than likely I'm going to have them focus fire the...
Ready,
what are their names? The trolls, because they've got armor piercing and trolls have a lot of armor to get through. And what we'll do is we'll actually put the Eldard Guard up front. Just 2 units of Eldard Guard, because they are our most armored, most shielded, best defender unit that we have. We're going to put our least damaged spearmen here and here, and then we're going to put another unit of spearmen here, like that. And then we're going to put our 2 swordsman units kind of on the flanks in the back as kind of like our last ditch defense back there. The great swords we're going to leave kind of in reserve here in case somebody gets into the archers. We've got great swords to deal with those. Because the great swords are pretty damaged and we don't want them taking too much damage from this fight, so I'm going to keep them back there like that. I think that's all of our units. Let's go ahead and start this fight with the mortar. So mortar can't actually hit anything yet, and they're running away. Of course they are. So actually, let's take our units out of hiding here.
Soldiers of the Empire!
I want them charging towards me. I think they realize that they are in the worse off position, and they're going to try to move back and regroup in such a way that puts me out. So I'm going to shift over a little bit. So that I'm facing the right direction here. And then we're going to have So we really don't want to get in a fight with those guys, but we're dragging away some night goblins. It's not a bad thing. I think there was another unit over here. Let's see if I can't reveal it. Yep. Focus on those goblin archers. They're going to cause the most problems. Let's see if we can't just sneak through here. Yep. Now what we'll want to do is kind of start hammering away at those night goblins from the back, because the shields won't mean anything from the rear. What we don't want to do is get caught out, so let's just move over a little bit. Where are their Forest Goblin Spider Riders? I don't know where their trolls are. Oh, there, they're trolls. Okay. Trolls are actually the biggest threat here, so let's get closer to the trolls. Trolls, aim at the trolls. Oop. Don't want to get caught up by those spider riders. Their speed is 92, mine is 85, so they're actually faster than me, which means they will catch a few of us if we let them. See if they'll give up the chase. Looks like they're giving up the chase.
We are Sigmar's heirs! Get them!
Whoop! So they're walking right through some Night Goblin archers. So let's go ahead and shoot at the Night Goblin archers while my crossbows... Okay, they're not going to be able to hit just yet. So I'm just readjusting the aim of my crossbows to all focus down those trolls as quickly as possible, because they're going to cause us the most problems.
Quick march! Formation march!
Just regular goblins.
Take the ground! Finisher! Charge! Moving now! Armor melts. Taking position.
Okay, that's pretty good. Those Eldar Guard are doing their thing.
Go! To battle!
Oh, I got my Outriders cut out a little bit, but the Spearmen and the Swordsmen should be able to help them out.
Yes, my
We're going to lose a few units, but that won't be the worst thing in the world. Okay, so we managed to get rid of the trolls completely. Let's focus those 3 units over there, these 3 units on those Night Goblins. And you should be buffing these guys into the stratosphere. Oh, our Eldar Guard. No, that's their goblins. Okay, Eldar Guard are fine. Don't worry about the Eldar Guard.
Yes, General. We
Let's
obey.
actually go. No, let's
Take
really,
the
no, that's not a bad
ground.
idea.
For the Emperor. Now. Sigma. For Heldenhammer. I am supreme. I am master of Shamon. For the comet, ready! For the Warhammer! Crossbowman! Prepare for combat! Sigmar guides us! Awaiting orders! We are Sigmar's heirs! They'll never move again!
Make sure that these are firing at something useful.
Missiles ready! The Empire endures!
Let's mess with that goblin big boss. I haven't used the... that much.
Standing by Ulrich's wrath. Armed and ready. Yes, sir. Great swords. Outriders. Sigma. The Empire endures. I am master of Shabbat.
The armor of that guy, mass rout, and then we can just take that settlement. So that worked out really well. So the Eldard Guard really did their job holding the line, and our artillery pieces were just, oh my gosh, 408 kills. That's ridiculous. And then we got Gelt over there doing as much as he can. We didn't really utilize him that much except for buffing some people, and then we ended up using that one final transmutation just because shenanigans. Because why not shenanigans? Why would we reject shenanigans? So that was really good. So now let's go ahead and occupy Karak Asgaraz. Take away some of their recruiting capabilities.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Okay, so it looks like we didn't get
We
didn't get a military building like I was hoping for. Let's go with so what makes the most sense right now is stronger than steel. We don't have very many Free Company militia or handgunner units to actually utilize that buff, so it's not going to be the best idea to get that buff.
What does the Emperor bid?
So we're going to
Yes,
use actually what might make the most sense right now. What would make the most sense right now is to wait so that we can upgrade this to the City Watch, because I have a feeling they're eyeing us a little bit and I don't like it. So let's go ahead and wait over here.
What does the Emperor bid?
Upgrade that. Hopefully they'll stick with Averheim as the target of their the brunt of their damage, the brunt of their anger, and leave that there. Upgrade that in a minute. He's going to take Fester Spike. Again, we don't care that much about Fester Spike.
Yes.
There, let's see, I think Fester Spike, yeah, it's not even giving us the clothier like this settlement is, so I'm not worried about losing it. It'll suck, but it's not something that we can do much about at the moment.
Yes, a sound plan.
Let's move this guy
This will bolster
over
the
to
nation.
Steingart. I think slowly we're going to move him over to
Praise Sigma.
Migdal Vangelbarak, because we want some defense over here, but we're not going to be able to do that right this turn.
Yes, my lord.
Well, he won't get far enough. He definitely won't get far enough now.
What?
But he wouldn't have gotten far enough, I don't think, even then. So let's not worry about that. Let's leave that where it is. Again, we're waiting. We want to upgrade this as quickly as possible. And let's go ahead and
The nation calls.
pass, and let's see where we're gonna get, what kind of punch up we're gonna get into next. I have a feeling that the vampires are going to be very angry with us very quickly here. Hopefully not as angry as Crooked Moon is at us right now, because oh no, they got Skarsnik back. That's just unfortunate. So they have quite a few units, a lot of wolves just like they had before, but no Snotling pump wagons, which is a blessing. They do have their Night Goblin Fanatics, which isn't great for us. I wonder what the difference. Special ranged. Oh yeah, the Fanatics. Okay, the Fanatics are the difference. Okay. We can just go ahead and auto-resolve. I don't expect to do much damage to them. So we've essentially traded. I took this, they took that. What's nice about that is that they don't get Okay, good. Vlad's wandering off.
I trust our dealings will bear.
So we'll not deal with that military alliance again. We don't want to deal with the wars that they're inevitably going to put us into. Warherd of the One Eye, oh good. And the Beastmen! The Empire is really not having a good time. I think what we might... Oh no, Karl Franz. You're about to get Uberschreik taken over. Tell me you won. No. Oh no. Oh no.
I trust our deal.
No military alliance. Do I allow the expansion demand its return? Historically, the region of Krugenheim has been ruled by Telebeckland, but it is currently under the control of the Elector Count of another state. Helmut Feuerbach, the rightful Elector Count of Telebeckland, has asked for the help in restoring his rule over his land immediately. Let's go ahead and demand the return of Krugenheim to Telebeckland. Because we want Krugenheim. We want them to be as... I think I gave this over to them because I knew they kind of needed the help over here. So I lost a settlement. Oh, Gotrek and Felix. Okay, the traveling adventures. Recent conversations in a local tavern has been centered around a pair of powerful mercenaries, rumored to be traveling through nearby provinces. The famous dwarf slayer known as Gotrek Gurnisson and his human companion, the chronicler Felix Jaeger. Some in the Empire consider Gotrek and Felix to be outlaws, but the duo are known to have slain some of the most insurmountable adversaries known to the forces of order. Should they be persuaded to join your cause, they would be truly formidable allies. So they are right here, Gotrek and Felix, if I want to recruit them, which I kind of don't at the moment. Let's see.
To strengthen the Empire.
So I'm going to walk him over here.
I will marshal the men.
Put him in camp stance.
It is for the best.
Let's build up the walls over here, take a couple turns.
To the provinces.
Let's see, our next port of call is going to have to be Karak Norn. I have a feeling that Skarsnik's probably going to start making his way back our way if he's not going to attack Fort Saul, which might actually be to our advantage if he starts attacking Fort Saul, honestly, but well, yeah, we'll have a lot of mortars at that point, so we'll have a lot of artillery fire to bombard him with, which is not a bad thing to be doing. Those Wolf Riders are going to mean nothing against all of that artillery. Excuse me. So hopefully he does, in fact, go after Fort Saul. If we could be so lucky. But I have a feeling that's not going to be the case.
So
we could go to Uberschreik and give it back to the Empire, which is not a bad idea unless Skarsnik decides to go down here, which would be really annoying.
Praise Sigma.
Let's go back and disband him. Assume he's not going to come over here for 2 turns.
To the provinces.
Rearrange a few
By
things.
Sigma's right. Yes, a sound plan.
Put you over here.
Praise Sigma.
This should be recovering pretty quickly, so that's good. Oh, I'm gonna unlock this next turn, but I'm not gonna have the gold probably to build 4,700. No, I'm not gonna have the gold to build that foundry.
Ready.
If I could recruit the Sigmar Sons right now.
You summon me. I am ready.
Let's walk Balthasar down here.
That will work.
I think I'll end up returning this to the Empire to gain some fealty with them. Pass the turn. Oh man, excuse me again. Let's hope, by all the dark gods, even though they were Empire, that they don't get themselves thoroughly wrecked by Massive Oracle. I don't intend to declare war on Massive Oracle. Oh, good! Oh, good. He went after Carrick Nord, so that'll actually distract Skarsnik, I have a feeling, because Skarsnik is not going to want to lose that settlement, because it's his only major settlement. So actually that's ridiculously good for us. I have a feeling he'll go that way. I'm going to cross my fingers that he's going to go that way, because I really don't want to have to deal with Skarsnik on top of that. So let's see, they're going to go to Isleheart, probably destroy it. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can't give him back Uberstrike. He lost Krugenheim again. Man, Telebeckland, you cannot be expected to hold Krugenheim for some reason. So let's go ahead and give that back to you again. Just hold on to it. Just keep the settlement for like 5 minutes. It's fine. Okay, so he probably left Fester Spike. It's probably the site of a big battle. Let's leave that alone. I'm assuming he's going back to Carrick Norn.
I am the supreme
So
patriarch.
let's go ahead and increase our
I
fealty
go where the
with
winds
them by
howl.
giving them back Uberstrike.
Onwards.
That should like make that, yeah.
Do not waste my potential. I am in ascent. Very well.
Force
I'll
march him
move.
back over here so that he can replenish a bit. Let's have you
Yes,
come over here,
It is time.
get a bit of visibility. Okay, at
What
least he's
does
not
the
coming this
Emperor
way.
bid?
At least he's not coming this way. It's gonna be fine. Stop crying. It's gonna be fine.
Calls.
Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. I don't know why anyone's freaking out right now. It's fine. Let's see, Gunsmith, we should be okay. We're not going to be able to get the Gunsmith next turn, but I'm fairly certain we'll be getting it relatively soon here.
To battle.
I don't think Belagar Ironhammer is going to lose unless Skarsnik makes his way. But there's nothing I can do about that, so I'm going to have to just leave that be. We might end up, at the end of the day, we're probably going to end up, let's see, I'd get 1100. 1200 and 600, and then 1100 from abandoning this place. Honestly, I might end up abandoning this settlement just to... But we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. I'm not going to abandon it just yet because I want to hold on to it at least for a little while longer, make that gold. Nothing wrong with a bit of gold. But I think what is going to end up... Oh no, he took Isleheart. Oh crumbs. So now we also have to deal with Dark Elves. Oh, Karl Franz, what are you doing? Oh no, no, no. They pushed the dwarves back. Oh, they pushed the dwarves back. Oh, you're killing me, Belagar. Oh, crumbs, crumbs, crumbs. That's really bad. Okay. Oh, wow. Is that some sort of a bug? Am I missing something? Yeah, let's allow the expansion. Maybe Osterland will take better care of Krugenheim than Telebeckland was, because wow,
You summon me.
if you're really losing them this often, then you really,
To the provinces.
you have to reevaluate your choices here. Let's see. Okay, it looks like he abandoned his siege for whatever reason. Probably, oh, he might have gone to fight Skarsnik. Let's see.
I ain't happy about you
No,
being here, you me.
no, it doesn't look like it.
Yes, my lord.
Doesn't look like
On
Skarsnik
march!
ran.
To strengthen the empire.
Well, let's stay over here. Let's stay over here. Let's not raise too many problems for us.
Now.
Let's have Balthasar Gelt. Let's have you. I'm really bummed about that.
But be at peace, for that is all I am.
Don't know why. I'm just really bummed about it. Was hoping to confederate the full Reichland, but now I've got these guys hanging out here. Looks like they probably took out Marienburg. Oh, not completely. Still got one fort. Wow, look at this.
For Car and Car.
Rakarth is taken over here. We probably got chaos stomping around in here, chewing through all these guys. The Empire is looking looking like they're in shambles. A lot of shambles. That's really sad. Well, Gelt, our only option is to kind of walk over here and take a look at what's going on. Maybe we can take Karak Norn. If Belagar's gonna get cold feet, and we're gonna save our money, and we're going to get that gunsmith over here. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. That's finished building, so that should be good. Yeah. Wow, Belagar, you are disappointing me. I was hoping that he would take out Karak Norn. I don't think he took out Skarsnik. I think he chased him off, or maybe he did some damage and then chased him off. Either way, not nearly enough to justify basically what happened there. Oh boy, and then we got Beastmen incoming. We're gonna have to deal with Beastmen to our west. Oof, on our western border, we got Beastmen. They're probably not, well, they could actually make their way over the mountain. So it's the same dilemma as before, Path of Glory. So basically we're bribing people we're subtly influencing through our pulling some clandestine political strings to get a bunch of military victories that were someone else's to be basically to say that they were our victories, that we are an inspirational leader and all that. I think we're just going to go ahead and get the prestige and see if we can't call the war against Lothern. I have no strong feelings on that. You know, Grum, do what you feel. Come over here. I'd like to get some visibility.
What does the Emperor bid?
I'm just so hesitant to...
What?
Oh, we definitely want that gunsmith over here. We want to start building up our armies with guns.
Marshal the men.
This is madness. Madness!
Yes, my lord.
Walk over here and see if I can get some idea.
Something wrong with your head?
Oh no, tell me Belagar didn't flee or get destroyed.
Men of the Empire. What
No?
brings you here?
Still very strong. I wonder where he wandered off to then. Really hope he didn't go back to Karak-Izor the coward.
To the provinces.
That would really annoy the heck. That would really, really annoy me.
It is for the
Okay.
best.
Let's go ahead and camp. Actually, let's
This will
dig some
prosper the
trenches.
nation.
This is a new stance for SFO Grimhammer. So trenches for the Empire. Dig trenches helps in the defense of strategic positions. So that increases our ammunition, missile resistance, and missile strength, and it gives us a enemy hero action success chance of -5%. So it's a debuffs enemy success chance. So trenches are really good, especially if you have a lot of ranged, which I do, and which I will eventually have with the guns. But for now, I'm hopeful that Skarsnik is going to get freaked out by Balthasar coming for Karak Norn, which I don't think I could take even if I... Well, actually, I mean, you've got just a bunch of goblins, so it's not like it's going to be difficult to win the infantry fight. It's just going to be able to... whether or not we're going to be able to use our crossbows, which is a tenuous prospect at the moment. Faster spike. He's already really upgrading that, which this guy's not going to be able to do anything about. I wonder if I can... Yeah, let's save our money for guns. Yeah, let's call this turn over and see if we can't attract the attention of Skarsnik a little bit. Military access broken. Marienburg destroyed. Oh great, that's going to be... Oh no, they
Welcome
went
to
the
my
other way.
private study.
I don't want a defensive alliance with you again. These guys. Okay. They must have a Hearthstone around because that defiled grounds cannot colonize until I destroy the Hearthstone. I wonder where they put it. It's probably over here somewhere. And now there's a plague going on in the Sacred Forest. Keppelberg. Let's go with... Let's give it to the rightful owner of Beckland, even though they're notoriously bad at holding on to their provinces. Oh, there it is, the vampires. Final Supper, great. Seeking the gift of regeneration, an impudent cabal of young magic users has been dabbling in ogre gastromancy. So the lore of the great maw, probably, as we've heard from the releases for Total Warhammer 3, that's the lore of magic that the ogres use. But disaster strikes as they inadvertently summon the great maw itself. Congrats, guys. Smacking its lips with delight at the banquet laid out before it, the maw devours the hapless sorcerers where they stand and disappears with a satisfied belch. This arcane upheaval has sapped the winds of magic faction-wide. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. You done goofed. So,
Yes,
let's go ahead and
very
move
well.
Balthasar
I will
Gelt
do
a little
this.
bit further. Make sure we've got that range left
On march.
so that I can enter my encamped stance,
Wind of Shaman.
so I can be
I
healing. I hope. Part of me. Oh, good. Okay, so Clan Angron went down south. So I
Ready.
wonder.
By Sigma's right.
I kind of want to be greedy a little bit and see if I
Moving
can.
off.
Okay, so he went down that way. So there's no
Sigmar
reason for me
compels
to deal with this
Think again.
at all.
Ready.
We'll let Clan Angron sort that out themselves.
I ain't doing that.
Let's see. Yeah, we got that there to deal with. That's getting stronger by the day, by the turn rather. Let's upgrade Nuln. We really want Nuln
Yes.
to be powerful. We're just getting more infantry. I don't think... Oh! Goblin Toolbox. That's where they got their Snotling Pump Wagons and their Goblin Spear Chuckers. I think I saw that last episode and just didn't realize, and then just didn't register for whatever reason. Yeah, that's awesome. And then Skarsnik's tent. Wow, they're just gonna keep. Yep. More Night Goblins. I'm so happy about the Night Goblins. You don't know. You don't even know. Let's go ahead and end the turn there. Hopefully, Balthasar Gelt will be close enough that I can start assaulting Carrick Norn. I'd really rather not have to auto-resolve that fight, but if it's gotta be, it's gotta be. Or rather, I don't want to lose Balthasar Gelt or his army to foolish endeavors, but I don't think I have a choice. It's not so much a foolish endeavor as it is I have to break Carrick Norn. I have to break the backs of the goblins here, and they appear victory. Yeah, see, I'll only end up losing one spear unit. Part of me says, who cares about a spear unit, and auto-resolve this fight, because I'm gonna be going to my faction, to my capital, to my faction capital, and recruiting a bunch of gunmen. So and this puts Skarsnik in a really bad position. Kind of forces his hand to go and fight that fight. And I almost feel just lazy enough to not... If they sally out, it's actually really bad for them because a lot of these are going to be really bad in combat. We've only got one fanatic unit that's going to be messing with my formations, and I will have one Goblin Spear Chukka, which doesn't have the greatest range, and it kind of has a lower arc, which makes it not so great for sieges, especially these sieges. The AI tends to set up their artillery pieces back here at the capture point, which is the worst possible place they could put them, because with that low angle of fire, it's going to be smashing into buildings, into walls, really good for me. So actually what I might want to do is battering ram, and let's see, how many infantry units do I have? I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I will need 8 towers, 1 battering ram, which is right here. So in 2 turns I should be able to assault the walls with a degree of confidence. So let's go ahead and
I am
continue the
supreme
siege
patriarch.
and see how that shakes out. If they sally out, it actually works in our favor, because that'll actually put them in a really bad position they don't want to be in. Let's go ahead and build that farm. 7 turns we'll be able to improve that again.
So,
Next turn we'll be able to actually recruit some guns and mortars.
what does
So
the
this
Emperor
army will
bid?
actually get better, but I might not want to do that. I think what I might want to do is just hang out and, or potentially increase this building. Start working on this province a little bit, the Black Mountains. Oh, they took from the dwarves. That actually is really good for me, because the dwarves would have been like they would have been dug in there like a tick. Letting the Empire take that is really great. They're not going to put up the kind of fight that the dwarves would have. So I'm perfectly fine with that outcome, honestly. So let's go ahead and end our turn here and see what happens, and hope that they sally out, because that'll actually be ridiculously good for us. That'll be really, really
Friendship
100%
is
in our
more
favor.
valuable than gold.
What do you want? You want a military alliance? No, thank you. Okay, they're sallying out. Poor, deluded fools. So let's see, what's our terrain look like? Really open. Oh, that's just, you poor fools. You have no idea what you're asking what you're getting yourselves into right now. Let's see, how's my winds? My winds and magic are really high. Let's fight this fight. The green skins are gonna have a really bad time. So we're gonna be in a bit of a boxy formation, just like before. Not quite as boxy as we were, because we don't really need to be. We can be a bit more spread out. I'm perfectly fine with that. Oh, especially since the reinforcements are coming from way back there. Oh, they're going to have such a bad time. They didn't even I don't know why they would do that. Why? Because the AI. Because the AI doesn't think with its head sometimes. Let's put our outriders way over here. Hopefully they'll be distracted by our artillery pieces. Like that. They'll be distracted by our mortars and try to come over here, which, again, totally fine with. Let them throw themselves against our mortars. We'll set up our crossbows like so. Maybe a little bit, whoops, a little bit further. We'll set up a handgunner on each of the flanks like this. We'll put these swordsmen and this greatsword unit to the flank like that. We will go with spearmen like this. With these spearmen kind of like that. So these gunners are going to have to go like this. And like this. Gelt, let's put you back here. Let's actually put our spearmen a little bit like this. Pushes you here and you here. Actually, I think I like the militia like that in case.
Weapons at the ready! Ready for war!
There we go. Completely fine with that amount of winds of magic.
Sigma guides us! Free company!
No running.
Ready to fire!
No running. Stay put.
Crossbow ready, General!
Stay put. You can hang out. Let's get the show on the road. You're gonna have a bad time. Those are spear chuckas.
Outriders!
So if I'm lucky, yeah, they're, I mean, not lucky, more like they're definitely going to leave behind their, what does this buff give them? It's not going to tell me, is it? No, that'd be too easy. Looks like it gives them some armor.
Sigma calls for the Helden Hammer! We await your orders! Quick march! Glory to the Empire!
No, they're going to have a bad time.
Crossbowman! Yes, my lord! Ah! Yes, sir!
Yeah, see, those spears are going to come back, but they're not going to come back in time to do anything about it.
Bow before me! I am master of Shamon.
Let's go with final transmutation.
Yes, sir! For Skull Splitter!
What?
We'll throw a bit of Searing Doom over here.
Taste gold magic. Balthasar Gelt! Affirmative! They'll never move again.
Start the artillery bombardment over there.
Free company! For Heldenhammer! Sigma calls! Attack! Sigma calls!
I am master of Shamon. I am supreme.
Outriders! For Heldenhammer! Sigma guides us! Water!
The Empire endures.
No lingering! Moving now! Ready for war! Attack the men!
Fallen staff.
Oh, I'd love to be closer. Can't wait till I get him on that Pegasus. That's just going to be devastating.
Armor melts.
Water! By Ulrich's wrath! For the Warhammer! Now! Free company! For Heldenhammer! Crossbowmen! Keeping distance, sir! Great swords! Sir!
Wall of metal.
So the Outriders should be running away from those goblins. I think I should have this pretty much in the bag at this point. It's just mopping up a few things here and there.
Feel my ire.
Great swords! Crossbow ready, General! Get them!
We are Sigma's heirs.
Let's throw another Gehenna's Golden Hounds over there. Let's start dealing just so much damage. Make sure these guys are protected a little bit.
Magic.
Let's see, these guys are... Maybe they can shoot, and let's stop them shooting over there.
Sigma calls! By Ulrich's wrath! Sigma!
They should be pretty done.
Combat.
Pretty done. Yeah, that's gonna be army losses pretty soon here, I think. As soon as a few more units break, that should be army losses. Yeah, the general's not gonna stick around after that kind of that sort of display. Maybe he will. It's impressive almost. Let's rot his armor off.
Haste gold magic.
Quick march! At speed! Company! Militia!
Oh, it's almost impressive how resilient these goblins are. Maybe it's not impressive. Maybe it's baffling. Maybe that's the word for it.
Artillery units!
Quick march. Moving now. Take the ground. Armor melt.
Look at that. Look at that just tearing through their units. Isn't it wonderful? Just a beautiful thing with Gelt. See, when we get him on a Pegasus, he's going to be doing the exact same things, except when they're coming and reinforcing like that, he's just going to be doing that constantly. We'll end it there. No sense in being overly mean to the goblins when they're already kind of on the back step. They're sitting there on the back foot, just getting ruined by. Oh wow, nearly 1,000 kills by Balthasar Gelt. That is ridiculous. But hey, the artillery, the mortars, no slouch either. 586. That's really good for a mortar. Everybody else, they did what they did. Archers are getting pretty good kills. We got one that was probably not shooting so well. These guys, I think, were focusing the hero or I think they were focusing the general, so it's not surprising they weren't getting a lot of shots off. Let's go ahead and get ourselves that execute captives so we can get that vigor loss reduction on leadership. And
welcome to my private study. Wine of palest gold will wet our
sorry,
palates.
Durthu, I am not interested in your military alliance. You are definitely going to get me into a fight I'm not interested in. I see some wolves over here.
What would your high king have?
Non-aggression pact. Who are you at war with right now? Bretonia and the vampires. No, not yet. I don't know
The Empire.
if that's the best idea. Let's see. Under Morschlieb's glare, your warriors range deep into hostile lands, but all is not well. There are dark omens abroad, as if the shadow of some horned god was watching from the evil moon above. The army is fettered by Morschlieb's glare. I can either improve the omens, give me some war fervor, +6 to leadership, but I lose 1,500 treasury, 1,500 gold for my treasury, or risk Morschlieb's wrath. The dark moon can be seen by anybody looking at the night sky. Who says it is an omen aimed solely at them? Or an offering to our gods and the warriors' own purses should improve matters and help them find their boldness. I'm going to risk Morschlieb's wrath. I don't usually go for those, and I've done goofed. Let's see, Stirland has come under attack from greenskins in the region of Flensburg and are appealing to you for military assistance. Will you come to their defense and join them in battle, or leave them to fight off their attackers alone? I can spare the prestige and hire some nearby mercenaries to defend Stirland. So it's a Pyrrhic victory. I've got a couple of horse Empire Knights, some handgunners, some swordsmen, and a huntsman of the Empire. They have a decent amount of units. It should be okay. I'm not overly interested in fighting this fight if I'm being entirely honest, because it doesn't. I'm getting a Pyrrhic victory from the auto resolve, and I don't care too much about their settlement garrison, though. Yeah, it'll be okay. Let's go ahead and auto-resolve this fight. And take the captives, get some money. That'll get us greenskins. Those greenskins destroyed, that'll get us some fealty from Stirland. So let's go take a look at our Siege of Carrick Norn. Now it's a decisive victory. I don't even have to bother building the rest of those.
By the comet.
I wonder if Fester Spike. They haven't been ousted from Fester Spike yet, so let's go ahead and take this. Occupy. So the... Oh, so I destroyed them. So that was the end of the Crooked Moon faction. Nice. Alright, that actually went better than I expected it to, so I'm glad about that. So we'll go there. Let's see, we want to build up some stuff. So let's go ahead and build up this provincial. Let's build up that settlement. And that settlement.
The nation calls.
We will give Balthasar Gelt the new formulation. I'm going to be getting guns here pretty soon. Let's go ahead. We've just finished the firing drills. Let's go with mass-produced small ammunition to get some ammunition for the Free Company militia, crossbowmen, huntsmen, archers, handgunners, pistoliers, and outrider missile units. So that's going to give us some increased ammunition, and we tend to have problems running out of ammunition. Obviously, we do shoot stuff a lot. Okay, so let's disband these archers since they're not useful anymore.
The Empire.
Go ahead and... Now, do I want handgunners in this guy's army? I don't think so. I think what I want is crossbowmen, because I think he, if memory serves, he gets a... Let me just check here. Upkeep reduction for crossbowmen and spearmen. So yeah, crossbowmen's a better choice for this guy. But I guess let's not get them just yet. Yeah, my money situation's a little bit
I will marshal the men.
So let's not do that just yet. Shield breaker, armor piercing, hybrid.
Ready.
Let's get you some null iron sides.
Do not waste my potential.
Because who doesn't like the null iron sides? Some handgunners. Oh, don't want to do that because I don't think... Yeah, it comes up funny. So SFO doesn't really add the right-click supports to these units, so you're not going to be able to learn much about them. You'd have to do some research. But wow, 96 missile damage. Ooh, that's going to be so good.
What does the Emperor bid?
And these guys are just 24. Oh wow.
By the comet.
Man, to get a full 6 units of these guys, man, that would just be devastating. Okay, all right, let's not look that far into the future. We don't know what we're gonna end up doing with these. I mean, we know we're gonna get guns because guns is guns is guns. Let's go ahead and end our turn there. So we've managed to defeat Skarsnik, which is really good. I'm happy about that, and we were able to get ourselves the gunsmith over at our faction's capital, which is also great. Now we're going to have to deal with the vampires because they are making lots of problems. They're making lots of problems for us, and we can't have that. So we just got the quest for the Staff of Volans, move a character to the following province, South Oblast. Description: the College of Magic in Altdorf. The colleges of magic at Altdorf are abuzz with intrigue. Every 8 years, a wizard who has proven himself worthy may challenge the master of the colleges to a magical duel, with the winner becoming the next supreme patriarch. The competition, even to become a candidate, is white hot. Wizards, being what they are, mean the selection process is at best pedantic, and at its worst real enmities can develop. Balthasar Gelt is the patriarch of the Gold Order, and tipped to win, but a rival light wizard, Gottfried Orr, desperate for the position, wants rid of Gelt before they even reach the Hall of Duels. While this is an open secret, no direct accusation can be made, as that is not how wizards manage their affairs. However, Gelt is something of a maverick. He knows he needs the edge when Orr inevitably makes his move. As such, the Gold Wizard sets about locating a valuable lodestone and harnessing its power. Lodestones sometimes occur in areas struck by lightning, areas such as Kislev, which has recently experienced heavy storm activity. So we're going to have to go to Kislev to figure out some heavy storm activity. Slandered. Got an event here. You have caught wind of vicious rumors being spread about you, accusing you of being a secret worshipper of chaos. There is no indication as to the source of these lies, which of course have absolutely no grounds in reality and are clearly political in their motivations. Though these accusations are both baseless and outrageous, your reputation is already tarnished, since many believe there is no smoke without fire. Should you decide to take action, it will certainly take much time and effort to reverse the damage that these lies have done to your reputation. So I can either counter the rumors by spending some prestige, expose the slander by paying some gold, or do nothing and my imperial authority will be damaged. I have the banked prestige points, so I'm going to go ahead and counter those rumors as they are baseless. I, of course, do not worship chaos. If anything, I wish to destroy it in golden fire. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we can do here. So we have... Let's see. We definitely want to do that, to increase that there. We want to build some farms. And let's go... Let's see there. They're definitely going to have some trade. Oh, this is, okay. So income from trade plus income from all regions within this area. They're going to have. They've got definitely two. They've got iron and they've got marble, which is going to be really useful to us. They've got iron as well. So I think our best bet here would be to build. Since we're not really suffering from any public order issues the way we were over here, which thankfully is now decreasing because our public order is back to being in line more or less, which is useful. Doesn't cause us any problems. Let's go ahead and build our paved roads. Gelt is going to go ahead and move. So we're going to try to get Gelt as quickly as possible back to his main faction capital. Taxes. So we're going to have to eventually build a tap room in here, which will eventually go into a tavern and then a coaching inn to increase our public order. But for now, we'll have to just put that on the back burner.
To the
You.
provinces.
Let's move you
We
over to
march.
Steingart. Can I keep an eye? We're gonna have to do some rooting out of vampires because this is becoming very problematic. We really want. Oh wow, and they're spreading up there. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to root out some vampires, I think. Methinks some vampire slaying is in order. But we're gonna have to save that for next time, since we are here at the 1 hour mark, give or take. So we're going to leave that vampire. We're going to have to introduce the vampires to Steel, Faith, and Gunpowder next time. So I will see you guys then. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.